We don't want to talk to people that are like, so what do you do and what is SEO? Like, no, get out of here. When I'm not talking to you, like, go Google that. Like, that's not what I'm here for. That's not what my time is for. My time is for people that are serious about this. I want to talk about core principles of agency sales. I love to use this, like the Wolf of Wall Street imagery here, because a lot of us, when we think about sales, we think about hard closing, we think about tonality. I don't know if you've ever taken his Leo DiCaprio, obviously, but Jordan Belfort had a sales training called the Straight Line Program. Amazing sales training. I went through it 10 years ago. It's all about like tonality and all that different stuff. And it kind of applies here, but it doesn't really apply here, right? This is not a Wolf of Wall Street approach. You are an advisor, you're a consultant, you are a subject matter expert before you're a salesperson. That's what you are. And that's what's going to help you out the most, because the hardest part about selling in this industry is that people are jaded, right? They've been burned by agencies before, heard that, they're going to get results and they don't. They've been overpromised and underdelivered. So the best way to beat that back, especially if you don't have a huge track record in case studies and client results, is to get them to trust you. You get them to trust you through really good communication and demonstration of your knowledge on the problem and the task at hand. So another thing is that some deals will close on one call. Some will take a year. This happens all the time. That's why it's good to have an email list and always maintain good communication and relationships with people. I know it can be tempting sometimes if people ghost on you to like send them an FU email, but the fact is that it's not about you. It's about them. They have their own timelines. Agency deals can take a long time because they have budgets to take into account. They have other agencies that maybe they're engaged with. They have time of the year constraints. They have, well, we're building a new website, so we want to wait. There's so many constraints on, it's not like buying a bag of coffee where you need coffee, so you buy it, right? There's a lot of factors that go into it. So you never want to burn a relationship with somebody because they might be going through the process. They're just not ready to buy now. But I get emails all the time. I got two this week from people that are like, we're ready to go. Like, let's do it. Let's pull the trigger. That happens at least once a month. We get somebody who comes back that ghosted. Sometimes it's like 2 years. It's pretty crazy. But that's why I like active campaign and why creating content is so important, because I'm always creating content. I'm always pushing it out. They'll get the emails, will stay top of mind. And then when they're ready, they just reply to the emails and they're like, hey, like, we're ready to get this going. So always keep a good relationship communication. So this is important too. You're not selling services, you're selling results. And the faster, the better. Now, I know we're selling SEO here. That's mainly what we're talking about. But this is why you've seen us talk a lot about blended search, paid search, LSAs, adding in Facebook ads. But how this specifically applies to SEO is saying, okay, if we're selling SEO, that's what we sell. That's what the prospect is here for. How do we make this about outcomes and not just about deliverables on a spreadsheet, right? So when we talk about how to do that, right? How do we make this about outcomes when this is like a task-based service? It's about forecasting. It's about showing any results that you have. It is about giving them an idea of what to expect, right? It's not just like a lot of SEOs come in, they're like, here's what you're getting. And it's like keyword research, 10, 20 track keywords. Like, that's great, but that goes into the scope of work. That doesn't go into the analysis and the proposal. The analysis and the proposal is about identifying problems and areas of opportunity. So like, hey, your website's slow. We're going to fix that. That's going to increase website speed. That is an outcome that you can build into this, right? So as we go through the analysis, I'm going to show you how we sell outcomes and not services, and how we make it about them and not us. That's really, really important, to make it about them and not us. Sales is a full-time responsibility for someone, right? This is important. If you're doing founder-led sales, you're doing sales, you're posting on Instagram, you're putting out client fires, you got a million things going on. You can't have this be a part-time thing. So we have Annette. Annette is the SEO support person that we hired to help us. It's her full-time job, right? And I support her in any way, shape, or form that I can, but I can't do it full-time. I have too much going on. So you need somebody full-time on this, somebody focused on generating revenue for the business, because if you're not and nobody else is, your revenue is going to struggle. I think Tony Robbins says it, right? Like, where attention flows, success goes. I don't know if that's exactly what it is, but you get the gist of it, right? Somebody has to be focused on this stuff. Don't get emotional about deals, right? Like I said, when we're talking about maintaining a good relationship, don't overthink it. Don't get emotional about it. The best deal is always the next one. Always maintain a level head. It's never personal. It could be, but it's usually not personal. So don't get emotional about it. Don't beg, don't plead, don't bother them too much, right? We'll talk about what that looks like, but keep in mind that more are coming, and you don't want to just crash out because you lost a deal. It's going to happen. You're going to lose a lot of deals. I have lost way more deals than I have won. And that's just a part of the business. Got to toughen up a little bit, I guess is the word. So the role of marketing is to generate interest. The role of sales is to generate leads. What that means is that when we do marketing, and we have a marketing module in here, marketing is not about, hey, call us right now for whatever. Marketing is to build intrigue, engagement, reach, awareness, get people interested in who you are and what you do. The role of sales is to turn that interest into a lead. So what that means is there's a couple of things that we can do, right? We have a module all about LinkedIn posting, but some things that you can do very easily if you are doing sales or your sales rep is doing this is posting on social media. And I like to say that warm outbound is better than cold outbound. So a lot of you out there default to cold outbound because you don't do marketing, right? That's a function of sales, not marketing. This kid was talking about how he gets inbound leads from doing cold outbound sales. And I was like, that is a sentence, a contradiction in itself. Like you're doing cold outbound sales and you're calling them inbound leads. So, that's a function of sales. And that would be the role of the sales rep. But it's always better to work off of a warm list as opposed to cold list. So what are warm lists? That means past pitches, anyone that you've been in communication with. That's why having a CRM is so important. Once a year, I'll go back through, I'll have a net pull our database of past contacts. She'll go through and kind of tag them by stage, and I'll go through and look at them and be like, oh, I remember talking to this guy. I'll send him a follow-up email, a check-in, just like personal custom one-to-one emails to try and re-engage interest. Same thing with your email list. If you're building an email list, which everyone should be, you just constantly nurturing it, hitting with content. Eventually people are going to bite when they see something and jump back on a call with you. And then posting on social media. Again, so like there's ways that you can use social media to get people enticed and interested, right? And that's usually by asking and soliciting for some sort of post. We're doing this a lot on Instagram too. You've probably seen it on Blueprint. We're doing it more on Webrus. A little bit harder because of the content needed, but we're finding that Instagram is actually a much better social network right now than LinkedIn is for a lot of reasons. It's a bit of an old screenshot. I just didn't update it because we have so many, but the point is that this stuff works, y'all. Like what I'm going to tell you here is exactly from the playbook of what I do on a daily basis. It's what runs our agency, and what allows me to run multiple businesses with hundreds of clients and still handle sales myself. It's really powerful stuff. So I want to also quickly talk before we get into the sales process, just kind of like some sales housekeeping here, if you will. And this extends a little bit more to your website and marketing. I have conversations with my lawyer clients all the time. Websites are not as much marketing tools as they used to be because people aren't finding our websites like they used to through things like Google, right? Social media has completely changed the discovery business in terms of how people are discovering businesses, even things like Google Business Profile too, right? Like customers don't even end up on your website. Your website is the final touch point with people before they become a lead, essentially, right? So we're not going to get into website design and function here. I just want to focus on the conversion pieces of this. And for me, sometimes these old lawyers will be like, hey, like I went to your website and couldn't find a phone number. How do I call you? I'm like, we have a get started page. You can book a call there. And they're like, I want to call you. I'm like, I don't want to talk to you. Like, if you want to call me, you are not the type of client that I want to work with. Like that just tells me everything, right? So for me, there's no email on our website. There's no phone number on our website. I don't want people calling and asking questions. That's not how this business model works. It's just not. You don't need a million ways for people to get in touch with you because all it's going to do is waste your time and it's going to have you chasing down leads on all these different places. So a single point of entry is what you need. We call this the macro conversion page. I'm going to show you our website in a second to go through this. But like, again, it's not a contact page. It is a get started page. There should be some sort of offer that drives businesses to want to talk to you, not contact us. Again, the only thing you're going to get from contact us is link builders, resellers, just spam. There's nothing on there. We have no forms on our website. Same thing, like forms just produce spam. We have no live chat. I have no interest in that. I have no interest in talking to somebody who like insists on talking to us right now when I'm going to ask them to spend $100,000. It's like, this isn't a you need to talk to me right now thing. This is a pick a time that works for you later this week. Fill out the form that we're asking for, and then we'll talk, right? And this is also why marketing is so important and why so many people generate so many bad leads is because when you force people or you make it too frictionless, then you're going to get people that are just generally not that interested because they didn't go through the proper channels to actually want to work with you. They're not educated. They don't know what they're looking for, right? Like if you book a call with us, you know exactly what we do and you know exactly what we're going to do for you, right? I'm going to show you this just live on our website right now. These are two different offers that you can use. We have the traffic projection now. All right. So what you will notice here, right? Very clear. This is not a, hey, if you have questions, reach out. This is work with us. with a very specific call to action for the outcome of what they're going to get, right, from working with us, and then what they can expect on the call. We're going to look at current performance, growth opportunities, areas for improvement, total addressable market. So literally the analysis that I'm going to show you. Now, what you'll notice here too is there's no form. This is a Calendly page, and you can only book 1 week in advance. I don't want people booking in a month or two. They're not going to show up. It's a waste of time. If they are not ready to have a conversation this week, come back later. Not worth my time, right? This is also part of founder-led sales. You have to protect your time and you have to be able to whittle it down. Like I don't want to talk to everyone. I want to talk to people that are in market, right? So all these things, I'm putting up guardrails. In reality, it is barriers to entry, but it's what I call friction, right? There's a certain level of friction that you want to put on this because we don't want to just talk to anybody. We don't want to talk to people that are like, so what do you do and what is SEO? Like, no, get out of here. When I'm not talking to you, like, go Google that. Like, that's not what I'm here for. That's not what my time is for. My time is for people that are serious about this. You can only book within a week. It's got tied directly to my calendar. So after they fill this out here too, it's name, email, phone number. These are all required. Law firm's website. I do this because when we talk about discovery process and when I talk about actually if I'm going to show up to this call or cancel it, I need this information. Like if you don't put the law firm website here and they use a Gmail, some people do use Gmail. I get that. Like, like very powerful lawyers will use Gmail because I sometimes do too to protect my work email. But like I need to see the website that's you're attached to because if you don't have a website or it's, a one-page Weebly website, you're not qualified. You're just not ready to work with us, right? Or any agency really for that matter that we do. Then it says, are you actively investing in marketing for your law firm? Again, this is required. Again, these are qualification questions that I know. Yes, currently working with an agency, managing in-house. No, this helps me understand what their timeline is, right? If you are working with an agency, how much time is left on your contract? 90 days or more? I don't know if I really want to talk to you right now. How much are you currently investing, right? Give me an understanding of that. I don't have to ask them what their budget is. They can fill this out right here. What are you currently doing? They can check all that apply for marketing. This is an important one, right? People always ask about like, oh, well, I want to put price. Do I put pricing on my website? What's included in our service? This is it right here. Are you willing to at least invest at least $10,000 a month? And then how did you hear about us, right? And also down here, I have a video, and then I've got some frequently asked questions, also services on here too, right? So it says our retainer starts at 5,000, but this one up here says 10,000. It's an easy no-brainer for me now to filter these people out that just don't meet our level of qualification. This is really, really, really important. So another offer that you can use the traffic rejection analysis, this is actually like one of the reasons why we built this tool. So it's just a different offer. We don't run this one as much because our other page converts really well for us, but this is the same type of thing. It just goes through, again, outcome. What's your website's organic potential? This is a little bit better for like advertising or marketing for maybe that are people like, I'm not ready to hire an agency now, but this is intriguing for me. It goes through, again, what's included on it, shows some screenshots, some results here. And then again, same thing here with the Calendly embed and then the FAQs at the bottom, right? So we add a little bit of social proof here because we're saying, okay, these people are probably one step up in the funnel. They are not quite ready to ask for a proposal yet. So we're going to throw a little social proof on that page as well. Makes sense? That is really important. I know, again, this can be a little bit confusing, but we actually have inside of our marketing module all about like the 5-page website, I believe it is. We have page templates for you. All this stuff is in there. These links are here for you to look at. You can obviously go to our website. Please don't book a call. It's a little bit annoying when people like go through like, I want to see what it looked like. Like, what it looks like. You don't need to book a call because then it messes up my data too. And it kind of blocks up my calendar. Hey, Ryan here. Hope you liked that video. If you want more, check out these 2 videos right here on the screen.